All right, what's going on, everybody? We're going to go over the market analysis of what happened today. So yesterday we sent out recording. We did a market analysis yesterday to see what we're looking at to trade for today. So yesterday we were looking at gold. So we took two trades today. We did end up winning one, and then we lost another one. I go for a 1 to 3 RR on every single trade. So we're up 2% for the day. So it was a green day today. So we're going to go over those trades. So the first trade was on XAUSD, which is gold. And I did mention that we were making lower lows and lower highs. And yesterday, before the market opened, this is what the price. Oh, this is what price looked like. I was waiting to see if price is going to give me a drawdown or some kind of test on this level, which it did. And this is where we entered our trade. So this is what it looked like. And all right, so as you can see, price broke through our level that we had marked up here. And what I was looking for is this fair value gap to be created, which it did. Once we got tapped in, what I did was I entered a sell position. I went for a 1 to 3. So we went in like this. Stops were top of the swing high. We went for a 1 to 3. And then this trade ended up stopping us out. We had a stop loss above, TP down below. And as you can see, price took us out. After price took us out, it completely melted to the downside. So, I can't be mad about that. That happens in the market. You just have to accept it. Even though that the trend went in my direction, the trade would have been a win essentially, but it didn't, and you have to accept that. One of the things that you honestly have to accept as a trader is you can have the perfect setup. The setup can literally meet every single checkbox that you have to enter a trade. It can meet every single indicator. At the end of the day, when you place the trade, you don't know if it's going to win. And then it's not going to be until you fully understand that you will ever be a profitable trader. So it's very important, and you have to be okay with those losses. You have to be okay if you get stopped out, even though you had an A+ setup. That's just the way it works sometimes. It's the way the market moves. What you want to be happy about is hey, I followed my trading plan. I followed everything that I needed to follow. I executed on the trade. Even though it was a loss, you still won because you followed your trading plan, which is the most important thing in trading, to be honest. Okay, so after that, we took a trade on NAS 100. So NAS 100, this is what it looked like yesterday. So this is what we're looking at yesterday. I said it was on a downtrend. So this is what it looked like. It looked just like this. We had our zones marked up like this. And then I literally said, I was like, if we break this previous lower high up here, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking for buys. But until then, I'm going to be looking for sells. What I was looking for price to give me some kind of indication to enter here, which it didn't. So the next zone I was looking at was this previous lower high here. If we got a demand set up in the 5-minute time frame, we're going to take a trade, which is exactly what we did. Is where we caught a 1 to 3 RR trade. So this is what it looked like. So we're waiting for market to open. Going to the 5-minute chart. In the 5-minute chart, what I'm looking for is price to tap this zone or near this zone and give me a demand, which it did here. We got this beautiful push to the downside. The next thing I'm going to be looking for is a break of structure. So a break of structure would be right here in this level here, indicating that the price wants to go down. So once we get that break, which do we get it? No, we don't. We continue to push up. We're going to get, there it is right there. There's our break of structure. So here's our break of structure here. Once we broke the structure, we left 2 fair value gaps. At this point, I got to make a decision. I can take the fair value gap entry here, or I can wait for price to come up here and retest and then go to the downside. What I did personally was I entered like right around this level here, and I put my stops above this swing high. This if price were to go all the way past this level, I would have been out. And then I went for a 1 to 3, which is right around this area here. I want to say I entered closer to this level here, closer to this beginning of the gap. Usually what I like to do is up here, but I felt like price wasn't going to go way up there. So I entered like right around this area here. I went for a 1 to 3. Okay, 1 to 3. And as you can see, price pushed up and it tapped me in. It almost stopped me out. I was, to be honest, I trusted my analysis, but this was way too close. It's usually not that close, but I held it. And as you can see, market continued to push down. We started creating more gaps to the downside. And I closed the trade like right before TP was hit, just because I didn't like the way it was retracing off of this level. So I just closed it right there. But as you can see, TP got smashed. So that was a perfect trade today for NAS 100. SPX 500, we're doing the same thing. These kind of mirror each other, so they both move. NAS and SPX move kind of like the same. So we were expecting sells. We're expecting sells off of this level or this level. I didn't personally like the sells here. There was a trade setup that happened here, but if it's between me trading NAS 100 or SPX, I'm going to choose NAS every single time, because here, as you can see, there was a trade, and good thing that I didn't take this trade because I would have gotten stopped out. So as you can see here, we had a break of structure. We had a nice fair value gap. You could have entered at the beginning, or once the fair value gap was full, and you could have gone to 1 to 3. And as you can see, you would have gotten tapped in and you would have gotten stopped out before the move happened. Like immediately stopped out and the move would have happened. That's why I prefer NAS 100 over SPX every single time. But overall, we did call it. And at the end of the day, if you see, let's exit out of replay mode. So it did exactly what we said we're going to do, but we broke above this previous lower high. So now what I'm going to be doing tomorrow is I'm going to be looking for buys. US 30, we didn't have I don't think we had a setup. I didn't take a trade on US 30, but there was a setup. Look, there was 3 setups. The good thing that I did was I took NAS 100. I took NAS 100. There was a setup here, and like I said, I prefer NAS 100 every single time. It just moves better for me. I have better chances of winning. But as you can see, we broke structure here. We left fair value gap. This fair value gap's already been used, so I wouldn't really necessarily trade off of that. I don't want to trade off of here, but if you would have traded off of there, you would have gotten stopped out. So that's why I usually pick NAS. Well, we had a great trade. We had a great day today. What I'm going to be looking for tomorrow on gold is, let me mark up my zones real quick. Let me turn this off so it's not so confusing. So this is what I'm going to be looking for on gold. Let's see. This is what I'm looking for on gold. So I am looking for sells on gold. I still think we're going to be bearish. So once we retrace up to this area of interest, I'm going to be looking for sells. If we completely break above and then we retest down here, then I'm going to be looking for buys. So as of now, I'm bearish. I'm waiting for price to come down, retest like this to the downside, or I'm waiting for price to come up here to drop down to the downside, or I'll be interested if price breaks below, retest, and then I take it to the downside. NAS 100. So NAS 100 broke this previous lower high, and I did say if we break this previous lower high, I will be looking for buys. So tomorrow, if we get a 5-minute demand setup, I'll be taking that. If we break down below this zone, I'm going to be very cautious. And the reason why is because technically we would still be bullish. Until like, I would say until this level, or this level too, to be honest. This one's going to be tricky. I hope that tonight we get better market structure. I would rather see something like this. I'd rather see this high be broken and then come back down to test here or up here in this level. If we break up here and retest like this, then I'll be for sure be looking for buys. That I would feel a lot more confident taking buys if we do something like this. If we break this previous higher high, or at least if we even retest it, I'd be happy. but I want to see like a big break and then retest or buys. That's kind of what I really want to see. If we just do this and we break down here, I'm gonna look for buys around this area, but we're in a huge downtrend. So what could happen is I could take a buy up here. We'll probably come like around this level, and then we'll continue to the downside, making lower lows, lower highs. All we're gonna do is just react to the market tomorrow. But SPX 500, same exact thing as NAS 100, US 30. I'm looking for sells. I'm gonna be looking for sells anywhere in these areas here. So here, like that, or here, like that. I'll only flip bullish is if we break this level here, this previous lower high. Then I'll be looking for buys off of US 30. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. I know I'm posting this video kind of late, but it's gonna be okay. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, comment down below on what you guys think. And I'm telling you, yo, join the Discord. I called out that NAS 100. I mean that the NAS 100 trade, ES trade. I called it out on my Discord with plenty of time, for everybody in the Discord to take the trade. So join the Discord, be part of the community. I send out free signals. So, you can just come hang out, ask questions. I don't mind teaching. I don't mind explaining things and the way I trade. It's actually really simple. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to seeing you guys.